on this edition of Fulton Law and Justice. Fulton's Juvenile Court helps children in foster care to find forever families and remembers one of their own with a lasting tribute. And later, in Restorative Justice, a conversation about jobs over a jail sentence. I'm Jolene Butts Freeman. Fulton Law and Justice starts right after the break. Stay with us. Welcome to Fulton Law and Justice, your inside look at the work of Fulton's justice partners. I'm Jolene Butts Freeman. We begin with how Fulton County's Juvenile Court has forever changed the lives of children in foster care. The court finalizes over a dozen adoptions as part of National Adoption Day. Here's Thomas O'Connor in this segment of Our Children, Our Future.
At Juvenile Court, we stay busy year-round. Week to week, Fulton's Juvenile Justice Center hosts a variety of programs, seminars, board meetings, fairs, community meetings, and volunteer recruitments, all in addition to our regular court functions. In the midst of all this activity, there is one day that truly stands out. Every November, Juvenile Court celebrates National Adoption Day. On the Saturday before Thanksgiving, the court holds a ceremony to honor adoptive families before finalizing the adoptions of local children. FGTV's own Shania Chavis-Rucker graciously emceed the 2017 ceremony, and the FGTV news team was there to capture the festivities. Let's take a look.
Today is the day that we build families, nurture families, puts families together, and is, in my mind, the wonderful, best way to kick off the holiday season.
Though this celebration is officially a part of National Adoption Day, Fulton's Chief Juvenile Court Judge Bradley Boyd affectionately renames it National Family Day, the day when thousands of kids all around the country can now say that they now have forever families.
I love my babies. I love kids.
Over the last few years, Chawanda Brown and her husband have adopted 6 siblings from the same family, her family, with the last one happening on this day.
We're family, and I wanted them to have a home.
The Browns and a number of other Fulton County families made their new additions official on National Adoption Day. It's a feeling former Lumpkin County Juvenile Court Judge Jerry Bruce knows well. As a kid who was adopted, he gave parents advice during his keynote address.
I want you to look at your child, and at some point today I want you to tell that child, whether they know what you mean or not, you are flesh of my flesh, you are bone of my bone. I love you, not like I love things that I possess and have, but like I love myself.
As memorable as the day was, it was made even more special when the court remembered one of their own who passed away but who did so much for Fulton County families. The Honorable Willie Lovett each year would read a poem titled Anyway by Mother Teresa.
If you're kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives.
Be kind anyway.
Well, this year, his wife came to read instead.
Willie loved getting up 5 o'clock in the morning, coming down to do National Adoption Day. So to be invited to come to be a part of this event, to bring it to his legacy, it was awesome.
The court also named a service award in Judge Lovett's memory, an award given for the first time to Stephanie Pate, a social worker in the Office of the Child Advocate Attorney.
We can't let go. It's changed us. And what he brought to us and the way he worked and the love that he invested here is something that was contagious. We still have that, and we need to honor that and continue to do that every year.
All right, I got the easy part.
Every year an award, and every year a reward for the families who try to make a difference in the lives of over 100,000 kids in the U.S. still in foster care.
Thank you, Shania. Here to talk to us today about National Adoption Day is Ms. Reiko Ward, a social services program manager with Juvenile Court and one of the people responsible for planning the 2017 event. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for hosting me.
So to begin, when did Juvenile Court start hosting National Adoption Day, and what makes it so special?
Juvenile Court started hosting National Adoption Day in 2001, and it's one of our most exciting and special days of the year at Juvenile Court. National Adoption Day is the culmination of a journey for so many families, sometimes months, sometimes years, in finalizing the adoption process. And not only is it the culmination of a journey, but it's also the beginning of a new journey with a child or children in their homes as part of a forever family.
It is truly a special day, and I'd encourage anyone to attend an event if they can. You know, the actual event is held at the Juvenile Justice Center, but it's really a team effort that involves partners and volunteers from around the community. Can you give us an idea of who's involved and what they bring to the table?
It is. There are a lot of people and partners and stakeholders who are involved in this day with us. We have corporate and community sponsors such as AmeriGroup and the Atlanta Metro Lions Club. Several departments of Fulton County participate as well, such as the clerk's office, the office of the child attorney. We also have the sheriff's office participating with us. Several of the partners at Juvenile Court participate with us as well. We have CASA, court-appointed special advocates. We have TIP, we have Youth Spark, which plays a major part in that. And then we have all of our Fulton County employees who volunteer to make the event happen.
I mean, it sounds like a really big, comprehensive group, and it's great to see so many different people come together for such an important event. You know, in Adoption Day, we honor the families, but it's also a celebration. How does the group make it fun for the kids involved?
We have an entire children's activity area. We totally transform one of the floors of Juvenile Court where there's face painting, there's a photo booth, there are clowns and balloons, there's a caricature artist. We had live music, delicious food, and even an ice cream bar. So it's a beautiful family event and especially fun for the children.
That's great. You know, everybody leaves having had a really good time and smiles on their faces. And so we just saw how there was a conspicuous absence. You know, our dearly departed Judge Lovett. Could you tell us a little more about what we did to honor his memory?
We took the opportunity this year to award our first Honorable Willie J. Lovett Jr. Service Award for outstanding service to children. We did this as a way to memorialize his legacy and to remind everyone to continue doing great work. The award nominations were open to all employees and partners of the Juvenile Justice Center, and the employees and partners themselves actually voted on a colleague who had done outstanding service.
That's wonderful, and it's so good to see his memory being honored, and especially in recognition of someone who serves children so well.
Exactly.
You know, in closing, is there anything that we didn't get to that you'd like to add about Adoption Day?
Just that it's a significant day for all of us. We love it. It's the most exciting day of the year at Juvenile Court, and mainly so because it reminds us of our mission and our purpose. It brings us back to why we do what we do at Juvenile Court. We work towards rehabilitation and restoring families and involving the community in that effort. So it's just a beautiful day, and especially a great way to start the holiday season.
Well, let me say, Ms. Ward, outstanding job, and thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Our Children, Our Future. Looking for more information about National Adoption Day in Juvenile Court? Here it is.
Thanks, Tom. When we come back, a new initiative that calls for jobs over jails. Stay with us. Welcome back. Fulton County's justice partners have been working for years on various ways to provide resources to those who have at one time found themselves on the wrong side of the law. Resources like housing assistance and substance abuse programs. Well, the Fulton County Solicitor has an idea that puts people back to work. Here's Deputy Chief Solicitor Kenya Johnson in this edition of Restorative Justice.
Welcome to Restorative Justice. I'm Chief Deputy Solicitor Kenya Johnson. Today's installment is all about jobs. Employment is the cornerstone of our society and provides structure in our daily lives. Employment builds confidence and rewards us financially, allowing us to provide for our families and contribute to our society and economy. Under the Office of the Solicitor General's Restorative Justice model, we partner with nonprofit organizations and corporations to provide employment opportunities for survivors of crime to rebuild their lives and for ex-offenders that struggle to find employment with a criminal conviction. We also work to provide job training for our youth so that they can use their time in meaningful ways and avoid the pitfalls of idle hands. Today, we are joined by two employment specialists to tell us more about their efforts. We have with us Shann Johnson, who's a mentor from Generation, and Stacey Howell from Every Woman Works. Welcome, ladies, to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Ms. Johnson, can you tell us more about Generation and how it helps to train young people?
Well, yes, Generation is a global youth employment organization, and we actually have programs here, of course, in the United States, Kenya, India, Mexico, and Spain. And what we do, we train youth ages 18 to 29 in the hospitality industry here in Atlanta. So when the youth come into our program, it's a 5-week boot camp style training program, and they actually receive $100 per week for participating in the training.
Great, great. And so lots of hotels in Atlanta, lots of restaurants, so there's lots of opportunities.
Yes, especially around the airport area. So we partner with a lot of the hotels there.
And Ms. Howell, can you tell us more about Every Woman Works and what is your mission?
Yes, we are a 14-year-old organization, nonprofit, and we move women from dependency to self-sufficiency. And we do so through a 5-week curriculum program, like Ms. Johnson's as well, and we provide empowerment, education, and employment. The empowerment phase is to break through and allow the individual to have hope. So whatever they're leaving behind, their criminal behavior or offenses or hopelessness, we can try to break through that with a mind empowering session, and then we go into job skills preparedness, life coaching, financial literacy, job coaching, and then we find them employment.
So can you tell us, why is it important for women that you see in your organization to be employed? What does that mean to them?
So my mission is to move women from dependency to self-sufficiency, and employment is the right to that self-sufficiency. It builds self-esteem, it allows one to take care of themselves, and so we have served 1,600 women, and they have retained jobs for over 3 months, have their own businesses, and we have quite a success story. In addition, some of the women come with master's degrees and college educations, but there was a change in their lifestyle and something happened and they need a safe place to pivot.
Great, and you all are definitely helping them get that. Ms. Johnson, so Generation deals with young people. Can you tell us what impact employment has on young citizens?
Well, first of all, we have a lot of young individuals who chose not to go to college, and they're out there in the world with no type of direction. So one thing that Generation does is provide them an outlet to where they can stay off the streets and actually have some place to go with a support system, and also provide job training to where they're actually getting paid to train. And then we actually have the companies come in and do interviews right there. So that's the difference in the program. They're able to stay off the streets and actually have that direction right there in front of them, coming into the office, to where they don't have to actually go into the place to search for employment. The human resources managers come inside our training facility.
So it's recently been reported that Georgia has an unemployment rate of about 4.7%, which is slightly above the national average. Can you tell us what are some of the barriers to employment that young people face as they search for a job outside of your program?
Yeah, certainly. We have transportation issues because a lot of them do not have the funds nor transportation, the means of transportation to get to employment or to even seek employment. Also, there are a lot of them with children Child care is another barrier, and then mental, mental abuse. And also we have, they don't have GEDs or high school diplomas, so we also have resources to help them obtain those credentials as well.
Great. It sounds like a holistic program.
It is. And we also, we partner with different people in the community, different organizations to provide extra resources for the students.
Great. So, Ms. Howell, can you tell us what are some of the barriers to employment that your survivors of crime face as they go for their job search?
So a lot of times for us it's children, child care, and so as Ms. Johnson mentioned, we have to partner with other programs and services to provide child care, but it's also a sense of being comfortable in the workforce environment. Sometimes they've not had this access before, and so our program provides mentoring and success coaches that once they've achieved the job, then they have someone that they can call upon throughout the phase of retaining that job. So we use metrics to measure our retention as well.
Okay, and so as a prosecutor, we would often include employment or searching for a job as a condition of one's probation or their sentence. What are some of the trends in looking for a job? Is it door to door? Is it internet based? How are people finding jobs nowadays?
So it's a two-step process, and a lot of it is about networking. So when you look at even the internet and LinkedIn, it's about building a network. So Every Woman Works provides them a network to start off with, and that's kind of one of our charges in our executive board is to provide corporate partnerships in places where they have that network. And then that's the relationship piece, and then it is having access and teaching them to be comfortable with the computer skills and how to use LinkedIn and how to continue to build that network. And I think that's for all of us, whether you have an offense or not. And we also have to deal with expunging that offense so that they can feel confident in going into the workforce.
And expungement is something that, record restriction is something that the Solicitor General's office works toward in various events so that the laws that allow for criminal records to be cleared have been expanded, and we want people to take as much opportunity for that so that they can qualify for jobs. Yes. Tell us, Ms. Johnson, how are young people conducting their job searches now?
Well, you have social media. One thing, which LinkedIn is a good one. But one of the things that a lot of young people, they're doing referrals. Get a lot of referrals and networking, like Ms. Howell said. The networking is a key piece, and partnerships, because our organization, once again, brings people into the organization to actually speak with the students and provide mock interviews. So when they complete the program, they can go directly into the job because they've already experienced that interview with the human resources manager. So that's one of the things one of the trends that's going on. The job readiness programs and the boot camp style, so intensive training.
I'm sure that definitely helps in the job search.
I think that both of us even talked about job fairs. And
yes,
I think we offer job fairs. You
Mm-hmm.
offer job fairs.
Yes.
And so, Ms. Howell, you all both are providing very needed services. What are some of the feedback that you get from the people that have gone through your program, and who qualifies to be a part of your program?
We focus on our core competency. We focus on women who have trauma. But we are moving to a mixed population service as well. But so this is homelessness, poverty, criminal offenses, and sex trafficking. And a lot of times when you have some of those other issues that you're dealing with, they kind of go into having an offense of some kind of criminal behavior. For example, sex trafficking, drugs are used for control, and then they go into a life of crime. So we have women that come to us, but once we break that cycle through the empowerment phase first and we get them trained, I have women who have moved into the insurance business. I have one that's an author. She's putting on a play. I have a CPA, veterans, because we serve the veterans as well. And so we have many success stories. I have a 19-year-old that just came in, and we have a donation of a car. We've put her on her feet. Has 2 jobs. She's providing a home for her child.
And I've had the pleasure of meeting some of the ladies from your program, and it is very inspirational how empowered they are by the work that they do, so thank you. And Ms. Johnson, what type of students or what type of young people does your organization service?
Well, we service youth ages, young adults ages 18 to 29. Also, this within Fulton County, Clayton County, areas around the Atlanta airport, definitely. And one of the things that we do is for the students, when they do come in with the resources, we do partner with other people.
Well, we have been very fortunate to partner with both of your organizations in some groundbreaking work, and we definitely appreciate that. You all talked about the value of relationships, and public and private relationships certainly reach more people. So thank you all again for your efforts and for the valuable information and the resources, and we look forward to our continued partnership. Now, for those viewers that want to get in touch with you all, can you please tell us how they can reach your programs?
Well, they can reach us at generation.org. Okay. And the application is on there, and everything that you need to know about the program, the criteria is on the website.
And how can viewers reach Every Woman Works?
We just launched a new website, so we're at everywomanworks.org, or they can call our main phone number.
Okay. And you all, at the end of your program, you have a graduation, I believe?
We have, at our December month, we have a graduation program for all of the women who have come through the program throughout the year. This year, we serviced 70 women, and we are targeting 200 at the end of 2018. And we invite anyone to come and learn more about us. And we're thankful for what your office does to get people a second chance or a third chance, and we want to be that extension. So we appreciate the partnership.
Thank you all again.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you for your impactful work. As we continue our mission to improve people and communities in Fulton County, it is through partnerships like these that we see our greatest success. To learn more about our programs and resources, we invite you to visit our website and Facebook page and to sign up to receive the Gamage Report with the latest news and events from our office. You can also reach us with questions at 404-612-4800. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Restorative Justice. Until next time, I'm Chief Deputy Solicitor Kenya Johnson. Please be safe.
Thanks, Kenya. We'll be right back. Fulton County has committed itself to serving its residents in 6 priority areas. The strategic goal for Fulton's justice partners is making sure that all people are safe. On Fulton Law and Justice, we show you how Fulton's law enforcement and justice partners are doing that every day in how they serve and in the programs they provide to enhance the lives of all people, young and old. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this edition of Fulton Law and Justice. I'm Jolene Butts Freeman. We'll see you next time.